Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll discuss Chapter 8. This chapter examines marketing, finance and accounting, research and development, and management information system issues critical to effective strategy. So before I proceed to our main topic for today, let me share this quote from Peter Drucker. There's no perfect strategic decision. One always has to pay a price, and one always has to balance conflicting objectives, conflicting opinions, and conflicting priorities. The best strategic decision is only an approximation and a risk. So later on, you'll understand why Peter Drucker said it. Okay, so let's proceed to the first part of our discussion, the marketing. The scope of this discussion does not allow us to address all of the different marketing variables that influence strategy implementation. The following are some of the examples of marketing decisions that might necessitate policies or current marketing issues that we're facing right now. First is how to make advertisement more interactive to be more effective. Two, how to best take advantage of Facebook and Twitter or other social media platforms, conversations about the company and industry. Three is to use exclusive dealership or multiple channels of distribution, to use heavy light or no TV advertising versus online advertising. Fifth is to limit or not the shared business done with a single customer. Six, to be a price leader or a price follower. Seven is to offer a complete or limited warranty. And lastly, to reward salespeople based on straight salary, straight commission, or a combination of straight salary and commission. In addressing issues in marketing, here's some new principles of marketing to follow. First is don't just talk to customers, work with them throughout the marketing process. Give consumers a reasons to participate. Listen to and join the conversation outside your company's website. Resist the temptation to sell, sell, sell. Instead, attract, attract, attract. Don't control online conversations. Let them flow freely. Find a marketing technologist, a person who has three excellent skill sets: marketing, technology, and social interaction. And lastly, embrace instant messaging and chatting. Alright, so dealing with advertising media naman, the internet advertising, it is growing so rapidly that marketers are more allowed to create bigger, more intrusive ads that take up more space on website. It allowing lengthier ads to run before short video clips play. And of course, yung mas nauuso na ngayon yung mga vlogs before vlogs, here's blogs. So it's more on creating more content that also doubles an advertisements. All right. Company says that the purpose-based marketing is the best way to sell in a weak economy is to show customers how they can improve their lives with your products or service. It would be best to build trust and an emotional connection to the customers to differentiate your product or service. So let's now proceed to with market segmentation. Market segmentation is subdividing of markets into distinct subsets of customers according to the needs and buying habits. It is widely used in implementing strategies like market development, product development, market penetration, and diversification require increasing new markets and products. Market segmentation allows firms to operate with limited resources because mass production, mass distribution, and mass advertising are not required. The decision directly affect marketing mix variables, product, place, promotion, and price. Also, part of implementing issues in marketing is product positioning. Product entails developing schematic representations that reflect how your products or services compare to competitors. dimensions most important to success in the industry. We also have product positioning steps. First is select key criteria that effectively differentiate products or service in the industry. Diagram a two-dimensional product positioning map with specified criteria on each axis. Plot major competitors, products, or services in the results for a quadrant matrix. Four is identify areas in the positioning map where the company's products or services could be most competitive in the given target market. And the fifth is develop a marketing plan to position the company's product or services appropriately. All right, so let's now proceed to the part two, the implementing strategies in finance and accounting. Why do we need to implement strategies in finance or accounting issues? Of course, one is to raise capital with short-term debt, long-term debt, debt-prepared stocks, or common stock. Number two is to lease or buy fixed assets. Number three is to determine an appropriate dividend payout ratio. And also to use LIFO or yung LIFO, last in, first out, or FIFO, first in, first out, or a market value accounting approach. To extend the time of accounts receivable, to establish a certain percentage discount on accounts with specified period of time. And lastly, to determine the amount of cash that should be kept on hand. All right. So acquiring capital to implement strategies, number one is to successfully strategy implementation often requires additional capital. Net profit from the operation and the sales of assets, two basic sources of capital for an organization are debt and equity. When using EPS or EBIT analysis, timing with stock prices, interest rates, and prices become important. Number five is, however, the cost of capital is high stock influence become more attractive. And fourth, in terms of depressed stock prices, debt may prove to be most suitable alternatives. Projected financial statements allows an organization to examine the expected results of various actions and approaches. It also allows an organization to compute projected financial ratios under various strategy implementation scenarios. Financial budget, it is a document that details how funds will be obtained and spent for a specified period of time. Include cash budgets, operating budgets, sales budgets, profit budget, factory budgets, capital budgets, and many more budgets included. All right. So financial budgets have some limitation. First is budgetary programs can become so detailed that they are cumbersome and overly expensive. And over budgeting or under budgeting can cause problems. Second, financial budgets can become a substitute for objectives. A budget is a tool and not an end in itself. Third, budgets can hide inefficiencies is if based solely on precedent rather than on periodic evaluation of circumstances and standards. And finally, budgets are sometimes used as instrument of tyranny that results in frustrations, resentment, absenteeism, and high turnover. To minimize the effect of this last concern, managers should increase the participation of subordinates in preparing budgets. Evaluating the worth of e-business is central to strategy implementation because interactive, intensive, and diversification strategies are often implemented by acquiring other firms. So other strategies such as retrenchment and uh, divestiture may result to sale of a division of organization or the firm itself. Thousands of transactions occur each year in which businesses are bought or sold in the United States and of course also in the Philippines. And all of these cases is it is necessary to establish the financial worth of cash value of a business to successfully implement strategies. All right, so let's now proceed to part three, the implementing strategies in research and development. Research and development personnel can play an integral part in the strategy implementation. These individuals are generally charged with developing new products and improving old products in a way that will allow effective strategy implementation. Well-formulated research and development policies match market opportunities with internal capabilities. All right, so research and development policies can enhance strategy implementation effort. One is to emphasize product or process improvements, stress basic or applied research, be leaders or followers in research and development, develop robotics or manual type processes, spend a high average or low amount of money on research and development, perform research and development within the firm or to contract research and development outside the firms. And lastly, of course, use university researches or private sector's researches. Research and development approaches for implementing strategies. Number one is uh, be the first firm to market new technological products. Be a low-cost producer by mass-producing products similar but less expensive than products recently introduced. Be an innovative imitator of successful products, thus minimizing the risk and cost of startup. And now we're down to the last part of implementing strategies in management information system. Firms that gather, assimilate, and evaluate external and internal information most effectively are gaining competitive advantages over other firms. Having an effective management information system may be the most important factor in differentiating successful from unsuccessful firms. The process of strategic management is facilitated immensely in firms that have an effective information system. All right, so business analytics is a management information system techniques that involves using a software tool to mine huge amount of data to help executive makes decision. So it also a key distinguishing feature of business analytics is predictive rather than retrospect. It enables a firm to learn from experience and make current and future decisions based on a prior information. It also called predictive analytics, machine learning, or data mining. All right. So here's for the conclusion. Successful strategy implementation depends on cooperation among all functional and divisional managers in an organization. Marketing departments are commonly charged with implementing strategies that require significant increases in sales revenues in new areas and new and improved products. Finance and accounting managers must devise effective strategy implementations approaches at low cost and minimum risk that firm. And research and development managers have to transfer complex technologies or develop new technologies to successfully implement strategies. Information system managers are being called upon more and more provide leadership and training for all firms. The nature and role of marketing, finance and accounting, research and development, information system activities coupled with management activities described in this chapter. So largely determine organizational success. All right, so that's it for me. Thank you everyone for listening. Have a great one.